Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dana. Thanks again for watching. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So I'm sitting today in front of basically my studio room because I wanted to change a pace. I'm in front of natural lighting. I thought that would just be fun. We'll go back to the regular setup eventually. Today I am reviewing the E.L.F. Suntouchable Whoa Glow Broad Spectrum SPF 30. So this came out maybe a month or so ago, maybe longer. Sometimes it takes me a while to get around to review quite a few products, so I apologize. But I thought instead of just doing like a basic review of this one sunscreen, that I would compare it to the handful of others that are pretty much the same, just different shades, because I think that's pretty useful. I will of course apply it to my face, but I'm also going to show you swatches of the other colors, and I'll swatch them on my face just so you can see them kind of on my natural skin. As a bit of a backup and background, my skin is pretty normal, sometimes oily, sometimes combo. In the summer, it's definitely more oily. In the winter, it can get drier, but lately it's just been pretty normal. So these types of sunscreens can be a lot for me. Like applying them all over my face is a lot. So you can either use them as that, you can use them under foundation, which I think a lot of people do. You could probably layer it on top of things, but I wouldn't layer it on top of things just for the SPF. It would be more for a makeup kind of look, but there are quite a few ways to use it. I don't necessarily recommend mixing it with your foundation if you're using it for your sunscreen, just because that can kind of compromise the efficacy and the actual structure of the sunscreen. So if you are going to do that, make sure you have a sunscreen underneath. But I think that's it for now. Oh, in terms of my skin tone, it's kind of different all the time. Of course, I get a little bit darker in the summer and I can get pretty olivey. My skin tone naturally is more olivey, but I would say I'm usually at a light to medium shade. Right now I do have a little bit of, well, I have a lot of self tanner on my body. Never sticks to my neck. That's so crazy. So my face is maybe a little bit more on the medium side, but it's not really that dark right now. So hopefully that gives you kind of a frame of reference when you're looking at these colors and kind of matching them best for your skin tone. So let's get in. I'm gonna apply it just to half of my face so you can kind of see, and then I'll do swatches on the other side. I'll also insert swatches later on of them all on my arm just so you can kind of see, and I'll go through the specs as well. So let's go. So this retails for $14. It is one of the more affordable ones. I think the Sun Bum one, which I'm going to show you in a little bit, is also rather cheap. I can't remember the exact price. This is not, I'm not measuring it out in the exact amount that I should, just because this is more about kind of the tone than anything. But I do want you to kind of get a sense of how glowy this can be. So this is a chemical SPF 30. It has hyaluronic acid, squalane, not really necessarily the most ingredient or skincare based ingredients in it. We also have, it comes in 1.69 fluid ounces or 50 milliliters. And as far as active ingredients in it, we have 3% avobenzone, 9% homosalate, 5% octosalate, and 7% octocrylene. I look a little bit like a Tin Man. And that's kind of what you get with these really glowy sunscreens. I think if you have really dull, kind of very dry, dehydrated skin, this could look really great on you. If I'm gonna wear these at all, I'm not gonna put any skincare on because I can get a natural glow from my skincare quite easily, but this is kind of what it looks like. It doesn't look too terrible. And I will tell you that this is the lightest shade in all of the 5 that I have. So if you are on the lighter end of things, fair, light, this is gonna be the one for you unless you want something that gives you that bronzy look. Now I'm gonna swatch the others on my face. I'm not gonna put a lot on, but I just want you to see what the tones look like. The next one we have in the skin tone range would be the Sun Bum. This is gonna be more of your light neutral, getting into the medium shade range. Then we have the Glowscreen. This is the original. Next up we have the K-Skin Isle Glow. This kind of came off. And last up we have the Glowscreen in the new shade Golden Hour. let's do a close-up. You can see that these two shades, the Sun Bum and the original Glowscreen by Supergoop, are really more like my natural skin tone. They kind of blend in with the other side with the E.L.F. Then we get the K-Skin, which has a little bit of a kind of more golden undertone. And then of course, this one, which is like a bronzer on me. Now, if I just mix them all, that's probably the best, but I wouldn't normally do that. I'm just doing it for the sake of this video. You definitely get a very golden bronzed look with that Glowscreen Golden Hour one. So this was definitely more of a comparison type of video. I'm not necessarily talking a lot about this sunscreen, mainly because it's kind of the same as all the others. They all do dry down. They're not gonna be like so sticky, but they are kind of like, I just feel them on my face, which is why I don't necessarily love them. I will kind of mix them with maybe a skin tint and have a normal sunscreen underneath, but these aren't the kind of sunscreens that I just reach for on an everyday basis. The one that does kind of set down the most, I would say, is actually the K-Skin, which I was kind of surprised by. I wore this in Florida last year when it was like hot, and it was fine. It didn't budge, it didn't feel sticky, didn't feel greasy. So if that's something that you're looking for, definitely one of these. I know people who love, I mean, a lot of people love all the Glowscreen ones, so those are always a good option, but the more affordable ones are definitely the E.L.F. and the Sun Bum. So if those are something that like is the most important to you, these would be good options. Okay, so we have the 5 swatches. This one on the first one is the new E.L.F. Glow. The second one we have is the Sun Bum, and I'm going in shade order, so like lightest to darkest. Then we have the original Supergoop Glowscreen. Then we have this K-Skin Isle Glow, and I need another finger. The last one we have is the newer, darker Supergoop Glowscreen. In order of shade range, going from left to right, we have the new E.L.F. Then we have the Sun Bum. Then we have the original Supergoop, K-Skin, and the newer shade of the Supergoop Glowscreen. All right, so I am gonna leave it here. Hopefully that was helpful. I think this one is more about the tone than anything. So if you're trying to figure out which one to get, hopefully this will give you kind of a little bit of information so that you can make your choice and choose wisely. All right guys, I will see you in my next video. Bye.